Congratulations on your purchase of a high-quality Reveal product. As breakthroughs such as Windows and multimedia lead us to new worlds of computing power, users like you refuse to be left behind. You've discovered you have the power to transform your PC into the ultimate machine for your specific needs. Providing you with the most advanced products and support is the world leader in upgrade technology, Reveal. Reveal offers a wide range of products, including multimedia kits that transform your PC into a powerhouse of sight and sound using the latest in CD and audio technology. CD-ROM drives that let you access audio-visual CD programs for business, education, and entertainment, and come with popular titles. Hard drives, which expand your PC's storage capacity and make it run fast. Co-processors that let you finish your work up to 12 times quicker. Memory upgrades that speed up your PC for Windows and graphics programs, or let your printer use more fonts. Handheld scanners that allow you to place text, photographs, and artwork into the documents of your choice. Tape backups for ultimate protection of the invaluable data on your hard drive. The sound effects family of sound cards, which give you all the amazing audio effects on today's programs and let you record your own soundtracks. Video cards for brilliant colors and Windows acceleration. Surge protection products that put the power controls to your entire system in a convenient desktop panel. Fax modems and modems so you can send and receive faxes or exchange huge amounts of data by phone worldwide. Data entry devices such as trackballs, mice, and keyboards with the standard clicker or tactile touch, plus many other exciting products. And Reveal makes them all easy to install. Check out the entire line soon. Congratulations on your purchase of a new Reveal upgrade product. Peter is about to arrive home from the computer store where he's purchased a Reveal product. He's as excited as you are to begin installing it. In fact, he's stoked. Let's see if we can see why. No wonder he's bought a new Reveal hard drive like you have. He knows Reveal products are really easy to install. Go, Peter! He knows how quick it'll be to get things up and running. Of course, you do have to do the installation step by step. And you're going to need a little patience when it comes to following the instructions. But we'll be here with you all the way, talking you through it and showing you each step. For example, the first thing we want to check out is what's in the box. Your Reveal hard drive installation kit should contain the following items: the internal hard drive itself, the hard drive data cable, your installation guide, a supplement to the installation guide, and various other update sheets, announcements, and special offers from Reveal. Be sure you have everything before you begin, and leave the products in their anti-static bag for now. You'll want to fill in your warranty registration card immediately and put it in the mail right away. And by the way, keep your purchase receipt. You'll need it too for warranty purposes. Also, make sure you have your computer owner's manual on hand, and especially keep your installation guide by you at all times. This video is not a substitute for reading the installation guide, and you'll be referring to it often. If you plan to install your Reveal drive into a 5 1/4 inch bay, this video will assume you have a Reveal HD010 mounting kit. If you plan to install your Reveal drive into a 5 1/4 inch bay and/or your computer does not have an IDE interface, this video assumes that you have a Reveal HD020 mounting kit. You can use this video most effectively if you first watch it all the way through so you get an overview of the installation process. Next, watch the steps of each phase separately and pause the video at the end of the phase. Then do each phase, carefully following the installation guide. A review of each phase will remind you of the steps you need to perform. You have two alternatives for installing your new Reveal drive. You can use it to be the only hard drive in your system, which is called a single drive installation, or you can install it as an addition to your existing hard drive, which is called a dual drive installation. We'll show you how to do both installations, but it's still a good idea to keep your Reveal installation guide handy. And if you're doing a dual drive installation, it'll be helpful to have your existing hard drive's manual too. If your Reveal hard drive will be the second IDE drive in your PC, you will be asked to set your existing drive as a master in a dual drive system. Before you begin your installation, please learn how to do this by checking the literature which came with your PC, or by calling the manufacturer of your computer or hard drive. Whether you're doing a single or a dual drive installation, make sure you have the original DOS 5.0 or higher installation diskettes or a bootable diskette with the Format and F-Disk programs on it. If you do not have a bootable diskette, look in the appendix of your Reveal installation guide on how to create one. Consult your DOS manual on the commands you'll use to make a backup copy of all the data on your existing hard drive to be sure you don't accidentally lose any work. And be sure to back up your existing hard drive whether doing a single or a dual drive installation. Okay, let's begin the installation by opening the computer and taking a quick tour of the important components in it. Remember, no two computers look exactly alike, and the insides of your computer may not look exactly like this one. Before you do anything, make a diagram in your Reveal guide of how your external cables and cords are connected, so you can reconnect them later. Then turn off the power to your computer and your monitor if they were on. Next, unplug all the computer's power cords and any cables which may be attached to it. Then you ground yourself by touching one of the metal screws on the back of your computer, and you'll want to ground yourself this way often in order to discharge yourself of any static electricity. No, it's certainly not that powerful, but just a tiny discharge is powerful enough to damage sensitive computer parts. Next, remove your monitor and keyboard and mouse, and remove all the screws which secure the computer cover in place. Your computer manual will show you where they are. By the way, a Phillips screwdriver is the only tool you'll need for the entire installation procedure. Finally, gently remove your computer's cover, being careful not to snag any wires inside. Now let's take a quick tour of your computer to familiarize you with its essential parts. Right here is the power supply and its bundle of extra power cables, used to connect any new upgrade that needs power. And over here in the front of the computer are the drive bays. These are the 5¼ drive bays, and on this computer, the 3½ drive bays are here and here. This big circuit board here on the bottom is called the motherboard. These are called expansion slots, and on this computer they're on a riser card which plugs into the motherboard. The expansion slots are where you plug in your upgrade cards. On other computers, they may be located right on the motherboard. In this example, you'll see two kinds of slots: the larger divided 16-bit slots and the smaller single-section 8-bit slots. And that's about it. These few components are the essential parts of all computers, although they may be arranged differently. For example, a tower computer is laid out like a flat computer, only on its side, with the drive bays right here. Now let's do a quick review of Phase 1. Check the contents of the box your upgrade came in and fill out and mail the warranty card. Make a diagram of your computer connections and turn the power off and remove all cables. Make sure you back up all the data on your existing hard drive. And be sure to ground yourself before opening your computer and continue throughout the installation process. And finally, remove the monitor, take out the screws on the cover, and gently slide the cover off. There are a few preparations you'll need to make before you start the installation process. If you have an existing hard drive, you'll need to remove it. This should be done even if you're doing a dual drive installation, as you will probably need to change certain switches on it. First, disconnect the power cable from your existing hard drive. Then locate the colored striped edge on the 40-pin data cable and disconnect it from the drive. Now follow the 40-pin data cable to its other end. Congratulations! You've just located the IDE interface connector. Make a diagram of which way the colored striped edge of the connector is facing before you unplug the cable from this connector. And remember where this IDE connector is located, because that's where you'll plug in your new data cable. On this computer, Peter has to first remove the 3.5-inch drive from the floppy drive bay. Then he can unscrew the existing hard drive and lift it out of its bay. Now, lay the old data cable aside and take your new reveal drive out of its anti-static bag. We're going to show you now where different things you'll be using are located. This is where you'll plug in one end of the 40-pin connector that came with your reveal drive. This is where the connector from the power supply plugs in. And this is the jumper block. It may be in a different place on different hard drives. These little prongs here are called jumper pins. Notice that there is a jumper cap over two of the pins. If you're doing a dual drive installation, you'll probably need to change the position of this cap on your reveal hard drive and your existing drive. We'll talk more about that later. Now let's do a quick review before we go on. Disconnect the power supply cable from your existing hard drive along with the 40-pin connector. Make a note in your reveal guide as to which way the colored striped edge is facing the IDE connector. Disconnect the other end of your 40-pin cable from the IDE interface connector. Unscrew the existing hard drive from its bay and lift it out. Take your new reveal drive out of its anti-static package and locate the various connectors on it. If you're doing a dual drive installation, locate the jumper block too. We're going to show you how to do a single drive installation now, so if you're doing a dual drive installation, grab a cup of coffee or fast forward past the next segment. Now we're going to show you how to do a single drive installation. Peter's going to be using a 3.5-inch bay on this computer because it will install easier. Using the bracket which was in the bay, you'll insert your reveal drive into the 3.5-inch bay and secure it. If your reveal drive is going into a 5.25-inch bay, you'll need a reveal mounting kit which contains the needed bracket. Also, if you're mounting your drive this way, make sure the circuit board side faces down. Next, take a hard drive connector on your 40-pin data cable and align it to the connector on your reveal drive. Now this is important. Align it with the colored striped edge facing pin number 1, which is marked on the drive. Now if you have trouble finding pin number 1, it's usually closest to the power connector. Then plug it in and make sure that it's firmly seated. Now pick a cable from the power supply and plug it into the reveal drive. It's designed to fit in only one way. And finally, take the other end of your new 40-pin data cable and align it to the IDE interface connector, as your diagram indicates, making sure the colored striped edge is facing pin number 1, which is also marked on the connector. If your computer does not have an IDE interface connector, you'll need the reveal mounting kit, which includes a special IDE adapter card. Then you just plug it in and make sure it's firmly seated. And you've done it. Nice work. Now let's do a review of Phase 3. Insert your reveal drive into a 3.5-inch bay and connect the new 40-pin data cable to the drive and to the IDE connector, making sure the colored striped edge is facing pin number 1 on both connectors. Then connect the power supply cable. When you finish these steps, you can fast forward past the next phase. Now we're going to show you how to do a dual drive installation. In a dual drive system, one hard drive is called the master and the other hard drive is called the slave. There can only be one of each, and the jumper settings have to be set accordingly. Configuring your drives either way does not affect their storage capacity or their performance. We recommend you make your reveal drive the slave because then your installation will be much easier. To configure your reveal drive as a slave, look in the supplement that came with your reveal installation guide. Here you'll find the exact position the jumper cap on your reveal drive should be in. Now check to see if the jumper cap is in this position. If it's not, gently remove the cap and replace it in the position shown in the supplement. Next, you'll need to check the jumpers on your existing hard drive, as it must be set as a master in a dual drive system. Not a single drive system, be sure it's a master in a dual drive system. It's different from your reveal drive, so you may have to check the hard drive documentation that came with your computer, or call the computer or hard drive manufacturer. After you've set your existing drive as a master in a dual drive system, replace it in its bay and secure it. If your existing drive goes in a 5.25-inch bay like this one, make sure the circuit board side of the drive faces down. Your new 40-pin data cable has two hard drive connectors close together on one end and an IDE connector at the other end. Take the hard drive connector and align it to the connector on your existing hard drive. And now this is really important. Make sure that the colored striped edge is facing pin number 1. If you have trouble finding pin number 1, it's usually the one closest to the power connector. Then plug it in and make sure that it's firmly seated. Now pick a cable from the power supply and plug it into the existing drive. It's designed to fit in only one way. Next, we're going to install the reveal drive and connect it in the system. It'll be installed in this 3.5-inch bay right here. On this computer, Peter had to remove the bracket from the bay so he could attach it to the drive. If your reveal drive is going into a 5.25-inch bay, you'll need a reveal mounting kit which contains the needed bracket. On other computers, like this one, the drive may just slide in. After you have installed the reveal drive in its bay, take the other power supply cable and plug it into the reveal drive. Again, it's designed to fit in only one way. If you don't have an extra power cable, you will have to buy a splitter from your electronics store. Next, take the other hard drive connector on the 40-pin data cable and align it to the connector on the reveal drive. As with the others, make sure the colored striped edge is facing pin number 1 on the drive. Pin number 1 is usually closest to the power connector. Then plug it in, making sure it's firmly seated. Finally, take the appropriate end of the data cable and plug it into the IDE connector where it was plugged in before. Refer to the diagram you made, and again, make sure the colored striped edge is next to pin number 1, which is marked on the IDE connector. If your computer does not have an IDE interface connector, you'll need the reveal mounting kit, which includes a special IDE adapter card. Then just plug it in and make sure it's firmly seated. Hey, you've done it! Good work! Give yourself a hand. Now let's do a quick review of the steps in Phase 4. Take out your existing drive and configure it as a master in a dual drive installation, and then replace it. Configure your reveal drive to be a slave in a dual drive installation. Install your Reveal drive in a 3.5-inch bay and then plug in both power cables to both drives. Now plug in the 40-pin data cable to both drives, making sure that the colored striped edge faces pin number 1 on each drive. And finally, refer to the diagram you made and plug the other end of the 40-pin data cable into the IDE connector. Again, making sure the colored striped edge is facing pin number 1 on the connector. Now we're going to close the computer. First, slide the computer cover back on, being careful not to snag any of the cables. Then replace the screws you removed and replace your monitor where it was, and put the keyboard and mouse back on the desk. Next, use the diagram you drew to reconnect the power cords and the cables that link the computer, monitor, and keyboard together. Okay, the hardware's in. Now there are just a few software steps to perform. Now you'll be configuring, partitioning, and formatting your new Reveal hard drive. This is the CMOS or CMOS setup program screen. When you add a new hard drive, you must enter the settings for that hard drive here, on this example, so your computer knows it's there. Consult your computer owner's manual on how to access it. The settings are listed in the installation guide supplement, which came with your Reveal hard drive. Before you proceed, make sure you save the changes you made in your CMOS setup program. Whether you're doing a single or dual drive installation, you have to partition and format your Reveal drive. This is when you'll use the bootable diskette you created or your DOS installation diskettes. Refer to your Reveal installation guide for instructions on how to use them. Good job! When you're finished configuring, partitioning, and formatting, you'll be finished with the entire installation process. Hey, give yourself a big hand. Congratulations on your successful installation of your new Reveal upgrade product. Reveal has a full line of computer upgrades from memory to multimedia at your local dealer. Reveal computer upgrades will provide you with more and more pleasure and productivity, again and again.